So how would you give advice to somebody who is trying to use like happiness as their goal for guiding their career decisions? Or let's say someone is in a job and doesn't want to change it, but just wants to change the way they do it.
Right.
Like, what do you think? Like, I would think that following instincts like that, if you're extroverted in that way and like talking and like enjoying and shared happiness, to use the job as a vehicle to just talk to more people and
Right.
and learn about them and the way that they do a clean slate.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
And that leads to a more constructive, environment, more open. Yeah.
But you see how you're developing why that job is now important? Mm-hmm. Before it was just a job that paid you. But when you started looking at it as that tool to help you get what it is you wanted, now I'm more inclined to go into work with a happy, just
you're
feeling
living
better.
and you're doing.
Because I want that end goal.
Yeah. And also in an environment in which you're providing something to the employer or the society or something.
Yes. So you look at your work. In the grand scheme of things, I may or may not remain in the cleaning industry. Who knows? It's not because I'm interested or not. There may be opportunities where I might sell it to one of my employees who's really interested in something like this, who really wants to grow from that. I might say, like, you go, take it. We've created these systems and these processes. Go ahead and improve on it. Be better. And if that works for them and it allows me to move closer towards happiness, it was my assignment for that time, for 2006 through whatever.
Okay.
And I've completed that assignment.
Yeah.
Now let's move on to the next assignment.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wouldn't have had the time to sit down here and talk with you had I not quit. Had I not cleaned with
right.
you.
And
What I mean?
It's come from a deeper knowing, I bet. Like, you feel one with what you're doing.
And that came over time. But I was willing to take the hard journey. My family, my friends, they were all willing to take that hard journey with me in order for me to get here.
So how do you have the strength to do that? So you have a conviction. Okay, I know that what I'm doing right now is not correct. I need to change it. It's going to be risky. But how do you go from there to actually then changing? Because then you have to take all these risks, and it's scary. Like, maybe you don't have income, and you have a career demotion or something.
Yeah.
Why? I'll say personally, like,
Go for it.
I've just known it. I know it so deeply. I know so deeply what I need to do with speaking in my career that I've known it, and that knowing has been. It gets obscured, and I go backwards. I think, oh God, what happens if this doesn't work? But again, the knowing then comes back stronger. It's like it goes up, then it goes down, then it goes up, then it goes down, then it goes up. So my motivation only continues to increase in the long run, and that's what pushes and motivates me to push forward with what I'm doing, because what I'm doing is not conventional.
Well, let me ask you this, because what you've just shared with me seems to be about Jay. Who needs what you're wanting to do? And who told you so?
I've seen a lot of just bad stuff going on, like just like people who are just unhappy in so many ways, and like from what I've understood from my life experiences, talking to people, thinking, thoughts that come to me, and stuff that I've studied, right, and just life experiences. Whatever it is I can provide about talking about bullying, right, for kids, or even not for kids, for adults maybe, about finding happiness, like in your workplace, finding happiness by changing your workplace, following your dreams, right? Like, again, I wish I played tennis. But I'm doing everything I can to play as much as I can now. I have a tennis coach, and I work a lot on fitness. I'm doing what I wish I did 10 years ago. And I'll use my example to demonstrate to people that it's possible. But it works out differently for everybody. What works for me might not work for Gerren, and vice versa, or for someone else. But who wants what I have? I mean, that's time will tell. But I'm gonna be putting it out there, and we'll see how it gets received.
So all right, you're wanting to play tennis in my mind, and I'm just downloading all of this and trying to having it connect to what's going on in my mind right now. I see your wanting to play tennis is like my wanting to talk to new and very wise people. Like that's our end goal. That can continue on and on and on. You can continue to talk, you can continue to play, as long as your body holds up. So the question I would ask myself is, what will allow me to be able to play tennis anytime I want? That's my question. If I ask myself that question, then anything can help me do that. It just creates a more wider set of options versus going to the classified to see what jobs are available out there. I'm not thinking that way.
Right, you're thinking how to get to your end goal of for me, for tennis, so what lifestyle can I create so that this is there?
Yeah,
right.
At any time you want to.
I think one problem common mistake is that people just wait for the future, right? Wait for this goal that they have to pan out, and then believe that at the time they get that goal that they'll be able to live that happy life. So let's take your friend who makes six figures, for example. He may have thought, like, maybe he made $50,000 a year, a few years ago. He may have thought, when I'm at six figures, boy, I'll be able to save 50,000 or 40, whatever, and it's going to be great. I'll be padding my account, and I know I'm going to start taking some time off and doing what I want. And he probably just got sucked further in.
Yeah.
So I think it's important to do what you want to do now.
Yeah.